ever steal anything. My name is Diddy, Sean Combs. I never took nothing from nobody a day in my life. All I've ever given is opportunity and more money than a person was making. So when I hear or I see things and I'm like, wow, this vibe that they got on me, like I'm Big Red or something. I came here, I had to open up the doors.
So you're saying you don't steal from artists is what you're saying?
Never.
So how does a narrative like that happen with so many different people?
Because people have this thing called the tap out button. When you get to a certain point and the money is running low, you gotta run this hustle to try to find somebody to blame. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I have all my receipts. And so we are gonna do a special, a retrospective with all the artists, and we're gonna get this narrative clear. You know, just in general, the Mase thing, I did one album with Mase. One album. How much money do you think I owe this guy? One album, and then he became a fake pastor and went and conned people, and then y'all gonna let him throw dirt on the God's name? I wrote each and every one, and each and everybody could come and step up. Bring your receipts. But I'm not playing. I'm back outside and I'm fighting back for us, and I'm also do a little fighting back for me. You know what I'm saying? So
how much money and I'm just throwing this out, how much money does somebody like a Mase owe you? Because the reason I
Mase
say that,
owes me $3 million. That's facts. I got the receipt.
Second album, you gave money to do a second album, never delivered.
Did the album, never delivered. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to go back and forth with Mase. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I'm just going to, if I'm here, I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm going to speak up for myself now. You know what I'm saying?
What would the lot say?
I spoke to the lot. Yeah, I told the lot. They going to help me clear it up.
Yeah.
They know, the truth gonna be the truth, but we gonna get to the truth. As long as I'm outside, we gonna not trying to start nothing with nobody. Mase, I love Mase. And I will tell anybody thinks I owe them something, show me the receipt, you get paid in 24 hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Diddy on The Breakfast Club. Now, the thing that's a little weird to me, right, is you has all these allegations from the Lox, you know what I'm saying, Black Rob, Craig Mack, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, if all these people have allegations against you, and one thing that Diddy and Bad Boy is known for is stealing from their artists. But that is what Diddy had to say. I don't know, man. I really, 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 really don't know what to say about that other than, I believe Mase. I know that it gets a little crazy sometimes and we really don't know what's going on, but Diddy has been doing this to a lot of artists. But let's hear what Mase had to say.
What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. And I sign it, nigga. Because I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that, nigga. You know who to play with, nigga. Yo, how dare this nigga told me he want receipts? Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts, nigga. You need more proof, nigga? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts.
So we heard Mase respond to Diddy. Now, you guys might remember some years ago, the Lox was on a radio station, and they were saying how Diddy did bad business with them. You know what I'm saying? They wrote some things for Diddy and never got paid and stuff like that. You remember the Making a Band situation? They came out with some allegations. You remember he had Cassie just in his bunker, wouldn't let her go and do nothing. So, I mean, let's be honest. Let's not act like Diddy's the only person that's been doing this.
Oh yeah, Devin the Dude here. Yo, check this out, man. You tune in to the Mitchell Hour.
All right, so let's get back to our discussion. Now, if y'all remember, a little while ago, Mase had put out a diss track. I think Diddy was kind of quiet on the situation, but I really do think that Mase is telling the truth. One thing that he did say is, like, most of the other people are dead. And the people that aren't, out of them, Mase is saying that he is the one with the most guts that's going to speak up. If you listen to what Diddy was saying, he has receipts and he has all this, and DJ Envy tried to, like, yeah, he was supposed to put out a second album. He didn't deliver. This situation reminds me of the Elvis situation. Elvis was putting out music. He was selling all those records, traveling all over the world. And when he tried to get out of his deal or whatever, the general said, "This is what you owe me. I have receipts for this. You owe me $8 million. Now, we saw what that situation entailed. Elvis was doing all these different things, and he wasn't getting paid the money that he was supposed to get paid. But he had to jump back on the bandwagon, and he had to go back and do all this performing because he didn't have his money right, and his father wasn't good with his business. But I want y'all to leave some comments below. You know, what do y'all think about this situation? I mean, it's been alleged that Diddy's been stealing from his artists for a long, long, long time. So, on to the next one. All right. So, we are looking at the BET Awards. And we have to play another little clip that Diddy was involved in. But this time it's a pay-for-play type of thing. Just listen.
Carisha Please, and she won last night.
Listen, you know I love
Carisha Please won last night.
Wait. I love Carisha.
The new Black Oprah.
She did, but it tied with Drink Champs. Diddy, you know that's some bullshit.
What made it tied?
It tied. I thought it tied. Carisha Please and Drink Champs tied for best podcast.
They both on Revolt.
So you paid for that?
No, I didn't pay for that.
Drink Champs should have won that hands down.
Yo, I didn't pay for that.
Carisha only got, and I love Carisha, but she only got 5 episodes. How she beat Drink Champs for best podcast, Diddy? Come on now.
Because it was the best podcast of the year. Hands down.
I love Carisha.
Hands down, it was the best podcast of the year.
No.
But you know what?
I get at the Drink Champs. And $1 million worth of game.
And I feel like a lot of women podcasters don't get their just due. And so I
best
do love
podcast
what
of the
she's
year,
doing.
Diddy?
Yes.
Come on, over Drink Champs, $1 million worth of game?
Hey, yo.
Breakfast Club should have been there.
Did De Leon sponsor the BET Hip Hop Awards?
Hey, check it out. Don't be mad at me because I'm a winner. All right? Don't be mad at me because I'm a winner.
All right. That's in my personal opinion. You know, if you watch that clip, you will see Diddy looked over at Charlemagne and started clapping and saying, yeah, it's the podcast of the year. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest. Drink Champs have been doing this for a little while. They have a lot of episodes. They got Irv Gotti. Y'all remember that one? That joint went viral when he was talking about Ashanti. They had Miss Patti LaBelle on that joint. You know what I'm saying? Those are just two. You know, they had Kanye West on there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say that I haven't, breezed over a couple episodes with Carisha Please. She had what? Meg Thee Stallion on there. She had Lotto. She had Kevin Gates. And yes, okay, she had Diddy on there. But okay, that's her first little episode. Diddy is supposedly her little sugar daddy or whatever. But this is my thing, and this is why the industry is so messed up right now. You got people that have been in the game for a little bit. I mean, let's be EFN, Nori, they've been in the game a long time. And this little chick that haven't even had a podcast for a whole year yet, that's 5 episodes in, is going to tie with them? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're both on Revolt or whatever. Joe Budden podcast, $1 Million Worth of Game. They're all good. I mean, personally, I think Joe got the #1 podcast in the game. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is just showing how snaky that Diddy is. There's no way that you can say Carisha Please should have tied with Drink Champs. There's no way in hell that could happen. No way in hell. But I mean, I guess if you're sleeping with Diddy, that's the type of shit that you win on. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, one half of the City Girls tied with Drink Champs. That's a little crazy to me. Now let's move on to the next topic. Lotto versus Kodak Black. Now it's been alleged, Lotto, she put out a I think it was to promote her album, which I'm not gonna lie, the album was decent. You know what I'm saying? I actually listened to the whole album. It was really good, right? But when she was on her interview, I think it was on Big Boy's Neighborhood. She alleged that one of the features, she couldn't get it cleared because the rapper who she alleged was Kodak Black would not clear it because Lotto wouldn't sleep with him. So Kodak had a little something to say. Now, if you guys remember, she went up against some really good people. So let's see. Let's see what Kodak had to say. Not Drake, not Future, but Lotto, hell no. BET needs to be fired. That stupid ass song ain't have nobody. Forget about me at this point. At least FNF by Gorilla was an anthem. How did Lotto win Song of the Year? The woman empowerment shit is cool. Don't take nothing from nobody, but you still got to do your work for it. Don't simply just give it to somebody because they're a woman. Now, I really think he has a point. And me and Mike Mitchell discussed this a little while ago. Lotto had all those people on her album. She even had Mariah Carey on there. So it's just like a lot of people saying that she's an industry plant. And honestly, I feel what Kodak is saying. I think he's going a little bit too hard. Now, some people are saying that he's going a little bit too hard just because Lotto put him out there like that and she lied on him. Some people are saying that she must have made a valid point because why is he so angry when nothing's been said about him since? and Kodak. We all know Kodak do his thing. So I mean, I think that is a little fishy. I really do. Like, cause yes, those songs came out before FNF. No, actually, I think FNF came out. Fuck Nigga Free. I think that song came out first, but I think that did have a bigger impact than any Lotto song that came out. That's just my opinion. So while we're still in hip hop, you know, hip hop and politicians have had their little deals together and everything. You know, Diddy was like vote or die, and Beyonce and Jay-Z, Young Jeezy, all these people went out and campaigned for Hillary, went out and campaigned for Barack. But personally, I think this might have been the worst. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know who Trina is or Saucy Santana, but yeah, I'm sorry. Y'all just gonna have to listen to this bullshit.
Trey Tracks, I think we got one.
It's voting season, bruh.
No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking. BLK app looking for some action. Swear the homie stop what's happening. Face is a 9, abs a 10, D is a to be determined. He got mad jokes, he don't seem broke. The only red flag, he said he don't vote. This midterms for all the single cuties. Wanna hit this booty, gotta do your civic duty. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking.
Yeah, don't stop now. Stuff my ballot box again, but my homegirl through. Put the buy in partisan. Politics be so nasty. Make me wanna flirt ya. Show you how to be a poll worker. Legs in the air, I don't care. Anyone could get it. Universal health care. If you wanna come before the deadline. Come in the jacuzzi, gerrymander this coochie.
No voting, no love, no voting, no touch, no voting, no nothing.
Okay. That has Democrats written all over it. First of all, there's a 6'9" big gay man that has a BBL. Now, I understand that hip hop has a lot of fans. I don't understand how that song is going to get anybody to go vote. I'm sorry. No voting, no fucking. Trina. Anybody that knows me know that I've been in love with Trina since high school. The baddest bee. But I just don't understand what they were thinking when the Democrats paid them to put that song out. I get it. I'm all for the equal rights, and I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever. But that was just a little overboard. If that makes people go to the polls, we really, 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 really got a messed up system that we rolling with right now. I'm sorry. That was highly embarrassing. I don't get it why anything like that would make anybody go vote. So while we're still on hip hop, I don't know if you guys have seen, but there is a white man that went out and got some tattoos of two rap legends. Of course, the greatest of all time in my book, Pac, and the greatest of all time in a lot of other people's book, Biggie. But it's the place where he got the tattoos that were questionable and highly disrespectful. He got both of those rap icons tattooed on his lower region in the back area. Our culture, man, it's like the most, they try to duplicate it. They try to do everything that we do. They want to be us, but then you go out and you do something that was so disrespectful by tattooing two legends, African-American legends, on your ass. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't really know. I don't really know what to say other than that is highly disrespectful, and we should not have to deal with that type of shit. Highly disrespectful. Highly disrespectful. So, one thing that I really want to get to is this whole Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. Now, you guys have been listening to the pod for a little while. Y'all know my stances on it. Y'all know Mike's stances on it. But I really think it's getting out of hand now. And it's getting out of hand because Nicki is using these lesser known artists, putting them on her song. And personally, it's almost like, this is just my opinion. There's nothing that I'm saying that is fact. This is just my opinion. It's just getting to a point where Nicki's just going out bad. You know what I'm saying? She jumped on a song with 6ix9ine. She jumped on a song with one of the hottest drill people out right now in NY, which is Fabio. And it's not really working for her. So the only time when people really discuss Nicki, when she really gets her buzz back, is when Cardi B is involved in the situation. Now, there's a lot of people that are going around commenting saying, oh, Cardi's just salty. Cardi's just salty. But let's be honest. Let's really think about this, right? The only time that Cardi says something is when somebody says something to her. That's it. And most of the time, it has something to do with Nicki. Nicki know she's not as hot as she used to be. So she know one of the hottest in the game right now, whether you like her or not. You got to admit that Cardi's doing a thing and she's popular. She's doing a Baby Shark thing. She's, you know what I'm saying, donating money to schools. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to think about this. This used to be a hood chick that was a stripper that have changed for the better. And I remember people saying, oh, yeah, she going to get pregnant by one of the Migos and she going to try to live off of them. But she became bigger than that whole group. So personally, I feel like Nicki is using these little young girls to hop on her tracks and to go out and promote negativity Cardi's way. You know what I'm saying? You got the one chick, Akbar V, right now that's putting out diss tracks. You know what I'm saying? So I call it capitalizing off the clout. You jump on a song with Nicki, who, if you didn't have beef with Cardi or have any dealings with Cardi, Nicki would have never hit up none of these chicks. Let's be honest. Like I said, when I name Akbar V and all, and the only one that's really kind of doing something is Bia, but she's not even as popular as Cardi B. And like I said, 6ix9ine is popular than all of them for the wrong reasons, but he's popular than all of them. So she hopped on a song with the most hated guy in hip hop, and the song didn't do nothing really. Like I said, Fabio, song didn't do nothing. Some of them drill rappers that Nicki jumped, song didn't do nothing compared to what any song that Cardi B jumps on, right? So she gets these girls, and these girls happen to have a problem with Cardi, right? So next thing you know, these girls are tweeting back and forth with with Cardi. Some of them are talking about her kids, talking about her family. And it's just like, now Nicki's jumping on Queen Radio, accusing people of doing voodoo and saying that people are trying to get her to drink when she was pregnant. But let me ask y'all a question about this whole situation, right? Why does Nicki have to do this? I'll answer you. Because nobody's really checking for her music anymore. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Nobody's really checking for her music anymore. She has her fans. She has her barbs, all that, right? But even the barbs are kind of losing their grasp on reality. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my podcast partner talked about before. All these little accolades, the number one streamed song on Apple Music, or she's the only female hip hop artist to do this or to do that. But most of these accolades that she's posting don't really mean anything, because she's never going to be number one. For that, I mean, right now, yes, Cardi is number one. I'm talking about the number one female hip hop artist of all times. We know who that is. I ain't even got to say their name. Nicki is not that. She knows that she's old and kind of washed up, and all the negative publicity that is following her father, her brother, her husband. You know what I'm saying? Cardi ain't got none of that going on. No negative publicity behind her right now. Even her husband is acting like he got some sense right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we really, really, really got to stop this. Because I don't really think that these hip-hop artists, especially these female hip-hop artists, know how much power they have. So now you got Nicki put up Foxy Brown as her avatar, her profile picture. So after that, Cardi, she puts Remy up as, now let's be honest, right? We know that Remy and Remy and Nicki have had their little jabs back and forth with each other. But personally, why do we have to get those two women involved? Why? One bought up the little situation and used that female rapper as her profile picture, and then one reacted. If you follow this story, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. You'll know who exactly who starts it and who comes in and finishes it. But one thing that I need to say is, Cardi, you need to stop falling for the bait. She's a multi-millionaire, have all these brand deals. And this is what I was talking about not too long ago. A lot of these rappers, male or female, they need validation. They will go out in the streets and ruin everything that they've worked hard for to keep their street cred and to keep people that they're never going to meet in their life and try to keep up this facade. And they will just lose everything, because in this culture, you have to be from the streets. Okay, but this is my thing. If you're from the streets, that's all well and good. But you graduated from the streets. You're a multimillionaire. You can help bring people out of the hood. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and I know that Cardi is a real hood chick, but she doesn't need to let some old, washed up, bitter woman who's jealous of the position that she's in right now manipulate her to go back to where she was before. Because then who's going to win? ladies and gentlemen, that was my new episode of The Mitchell Hour. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We out.
Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And until then,